Thank you, everybody, for joining in on our Wednesday night Team Fearless call. I'm excited to have you guys all here and talk about kind of one of my favorite subjects because it's something that really helped me move my business forward, and I have no doubt that it's going to help all of you. So I did do a little presentation, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you're just jumping on, if you can make sure and mute yourself, that would be awesome. Okay, so let me share, my screen here. And I don't like to do the whole screen share because I like to see you guys and I like to see myself, or I get off track. So, all right, tonight's topic, we are going to be talking about what do you do when you feel like no one is supporting you, you have run out of the people that you're going to talk to, and you just don't know where to go from there, and you're just feeling kind of stuck and almost like, okay, well, should I try to keep going or should I quit? Like, what is going on here? And to be honest with you guys, that held me back for a long time in my business. I was so wrapped around what other people were thinking of me. I was wrapped around what was going on around me and not so much focused on what I should be doing for myself and my business. So I'm coming to you with this call of personal experience, and I totally understand if you're in this situation. So in my experience, there are three types of people that you'll run into when you start to change your life. And if you listen to any of the or saw any of my Facebook posts today, I was kind of fired up about this subject, so I posted about it and I did a video about it. But no matter if you're trying to start a new business or you are trying to, start a healthy lifestyle and stuff, I feel like you will always have these three kinds of people. And like I said before, it really held me back for a long time holding on to this. But once I realized this and I saw how it kind of worked, I was able to work through it. So you're going to have the people that are going to be there for you no matter what. They're going to support you. You're going to say, I'm going to jump, and they're going to be like, jump higher. I love you. You do whatever you want. Go out there and I'll be there behind you 100%. And then you're going to have the people that are really, really close to you, and they're going to be like, what the hell are you doing? This is weird. I don't even know. I get this a lot with my challenge group members when they start eating clean and people are pushing against them, and they get so frustrated because the people that are the closest to them are pushing against them and they don't know what to do. But eventually those people come around. And then you're going to have the people who you thought were your friends, who you thought were close to you, that just never come around, and they constantly just beat you down. You feel like they are an anchor on you and that you cannot let go of them because they are holding you down so bad. And honest to God, that these people held me back so long in my business. If I would have just learned from the beginning to let them go and let them do their thing, I probably would be further than I am now. But everybody needs to run their own course, and everyone needs to be on their own journey. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. Okay, so let's see if I can scroll here. So what should you do with these people? The first thing is just lead by example. Just do the three vital behaviors. Show up every day. Remind yourself why you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for these other people. You're doing it for you. And I understand that it gets hard when these people that you're dealing with are like your husband or your boyfriend, or I don't think we have any guys on here right now, but your girlfriend, or just people close in your family. But at the same time, as long as you're focusing on what you want and what you want to change in your life, then just keep moving forward. If these are family members close to you, quit trying to talk to them about this situation. Just realize that they are going to sit there, they're going to poke fun at you, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and just kind of be okay with it. I know that's hard to grasp at first, but once you start telling yourself, you know what, eventually they're either going to come around or they're not, then you can accept it and you can move forward and you can keep doing better for yourself. Because why do you want to let those people hold you back when you can be creating so much more in your life? I say quit trying to force people to join you. So I will use this example with my husband. at the beginning, I really wanted him to join me and do workouts with me and do this and that. And it just didn't like work, and it would just cause arguments. And finally I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to let him go, do his own thing. And I'm just going to lead by example. I just got up every day. I keep doing my thing. And it really took him 3 years to start drinking Shakeology every day. And it wasn't until I took him to Cancun on our Success Club trip last year that he actually gave up his morning routine of pizza and Red Bull for Shakeology. And, sometimes working out with me, he doesn't stick to that 100%, but that's okay. He lost 20 pounds within the first 2 months of dropping his routine and switching his morning routine and switching to Shakeology. But I know that if I would have kept pushing him and pushing him and pushing him, he would never have jumped on board. He had to see it for himself. He had to see what I did. And that comes with a lot of my family members also. They were not there for me when I first started. They did not jump on and say, oh, yes, I want to do this with you. It took them a while to see what I was doing and see what I was creating and see the transformation that I made to even join in with me. So I did this call last year too. And one of the things I had asked a bunch of leaders on Team Dynamo, which is my upline team and our big team, what they did to get the approval from their spouses if they were not supportive. And one of the ladies on the team, who is a diamond and is an amazing woman, she has a spouse that is there for her, but isn't quite like supportive and 100% on board with this business. And her main advice is to sit down with your spouse or with that person that you just feel is bringing you down and ask them, what do I need from you to get your approval of this business? What do I need from you? What do I need to do for you to show you that this is going to work, and have that conversation? And it all boils down to communication, and once that came out, they were able to set boundaries, and she would say, okay, you know what, on this day and this day I have team calls. The other days are yours. And this is the time I'm going to work my business, but I'm going to make you a priority. And I'm not going to go outside of that. And that's what she does. And she is successful at her business and she grows it. And after a while, he learned that, I think it was a money thing or something like that. But once she showed him her paychecks, he was like, okay, I'm on board. And that's usually what it takes for some people. But have that conversation if you are having that roadblock with your spouse or your significant other. As far as the other people and the haters, I literally, and I said this in my video today, I literally hate when people say, let your haters be your motivators. No, just let them go. Because the more that they want to bring you down. So the more that you go and you focus on them and maybe you're like, I want to go see what they're doing on Facebook today, because you know what? I've been there and I've done it and I've gone and looked and I'm like, oh God, why did I do that? Because that just brings me down. There's a block button. There's an unfollow button. There's an unfriend button. Just stay away from them, because all they're going to do is bring you down. Just shine your light on people, because there are people out there that need you to share their story or your story, and they want to hear from you. There are people out there just like you that these people are bringing them down, so you need to bring them up. Once you can get over that roadblock, it doesn't happen overnight, but you can get over it. You will shine in your business. So part of this in getting over that roadblock and everything is make sure that you're doing your personal development every single day. I don't care if you are going on YouTube and you're finding videos, you're listening to audio books, or you're reading something. If you need suggestions, let us know. We can help you with that. But find what works for you. What works for me isn't going to work for you, and what works for Ashley or Samantha or anybody else it just, everybody is different. And you have to find what works for you. For so long, I was like, okay, I need to read this book because that's what everybody is saying. And it would just never connect, and I just couldn't get there. Finally, when I found my groove with personal development, I'm actually excited to do it. And it gives me something to post about. It gives me, inspiration for myself, which allows me to give inspiration to others. So make sure you're doing your personal development every day. Okay, so once you're, this calls like a combination of two things. So once you're done, getting over that and the people, and you're like, okay, nobody is supporting me. Now what do I do? I've gone through my cold market. It's time to expand your network. And we are in a business that we are so freaking lucky that we can expand our network and we can connect with other people on the internet. We do not have to go to places. We do not have to go to networking events. A close family member of mine is in insurance, and she is just working her butt off going to networking events. And I'm like, girl, I'm sitting in my sweatpants at home and I'm doing my business, because I love people, but I just not like, it drains me to go out and do those sort of things. So we need to remember to fall in love with connecting with new people. And when you're looking at connecting with new people, you want to quit looking at them as a challenge pack sale or a success club point or money in the bank. You really want to focus on creating genuine relationships, no matter where you're creating those from. So some of my tips of finding new people are from Facebook groups. If you, everybody has something that they're into, and there are Facebook groups out there from people who like to knit to people like to run, that are from like myself, stepmoms. I'm on a bunch of different groups with stepmom groups. There's baby groups. There's, groups that you could just you can search in the top of your Facebook thing, and I'm sure that you're going to find a million groups for those different kinds of topics. And you can get in there, and I'm not saying go in there and just blast yourself, like go in there genuinely and find people that you connect with. Find people that you, ask questions, ask them, or, provide advice or whatever, but have a couple conversations and then maybe start friend requesting a few of them and see what happens from there. I actually was doing this at the beginning of my business and found a group of women that I am like best friends with, and I couldn't imagine my life without them. When I first found them, I was like, oh, I'm never going to, I'm not going to sell these people. But like 2 or 3 years later, they were coming to me asking for advice from me, and, came into some of my wellness groups. But these women are like my lifelong friends, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. So you never know what you're going to find when you get in some of those Facebook groups. Fan pages. This is so freaking awesome, because this was not around when I first started my fan page. Facebook now allows you to message people from your fan page that comment on your statuses on your fan page or your like page, or maybe I'm saying it wrong now, but I think it's called like pages, whatever. But if they comment on them, you can message them. So every single person now that's commenting on my stuff, I am sending a message and just saying, hey, thanks for commenting. And then I'm asking them a question, and we just start a conversation, and we just get that going, and we go back and forth. When I first started my like page, things were a little different. I'm not sure how it works now, but I would seriously message every single person that I didn't know that liked my page and just said, thank you for liking my page. I hope that I, can provide you some content, or I hope I can provide you some inspiration. If there's ever anything that you need from me, please send me a message. I'm here to help. And then the other thing that you can do is birthdays. When there are birthdays on Facebook, obviously it shows you and you can message people, but I like to send a private message. Say, I hope you're having a great birthday. What's going on with you? And another thing that I like to do when there are birthdays is I will click on that person. I will go to their friends, and I will see if anybody else on that friends list, if I'm in like contact with, or maybe I could friend request. I usually try to do between 3 and 5 friend requests a day. So that's a way that I can find those new friends. If, usually some people will show up that you don't know. Hashtags. So if anybody is great on Instagram, hashtags is a great way to search people. It's a great way to start commenting on different people. And if Instagram is your thing, that's awesome. You can either bring them back on Instagram, or you can bring them back to your Facebook page. Just don't, I think this comes in my next slide, but you don't ever want to let go of a social media site, because you never know. I know, like, if you guys follow Marianne, she's in Team Dynamo. My coach Rhonda found her on Pinterest, which is like completely random. So you never know where you might find people, and you might connect with somebody. Friends of friends, like I said before with the birthday thing, just go on there and look. I remember it was about 2 years ago. I was feeling really, really frustrated with my business, and I felt like I was going round and round with the same people. And when I was finally started tracking, I realized I was going round and round with the same people, and I was not adding people to my network. So I made it a goal to add, like, it was from November to January 1st to add 500 people to my network. And I literally went and just added as many people as I could. I think I did like 250 in 1 month. And it really set my January off awesome. But you have to consistently be doing this, because once you do, it's like a snowball effect, and then it just like rolls down the hill, and every month you will have new people that are seeing your posts and seeing the things that you were talking about come to you and ask you. I remember going to my husband's page and was like, you know what? Every female on here, I'm going to friend request, because they can be friends with him. They can be friends with me. Some of them didn't accept, but it's all good. But I'm just telling you guys like what I did. So the next thing, how I get new contacts, is free challenge groups. And these are things that I post on my like page, and I will do an event or I'll do just a post. But this is a way to get people to add to your network list, to become new friends with, and just to get to trust you. If there's people that you have asked to be in your challenge group in the past, this is a great way to get them in and get them to trust you. There are a million trainings that we have on our YouTube channel about free challenge groups, and possibly we'll do another one in the future. But you can do challenge groups as far as clean eating groups, gratitude groups. This month is huge. I've seen a lot of self-love groups, things like that. I did a gratitude group 2 years ago, I believe, and I've just kind of left that open, and then I will do a theme each month and invite new people to it. So that's how I kind of, make new connections that way. I just made these tonight, so I'm like, what did I write on here? Expanding your network. Okay, so when you're building your business, you want to pick 1 or 2 social media sites that you want to focus on and you want to master. And you don't want to be freaked out about going out to every single social media site that there is out there and mastering it. But at the same time, like I said about like Pinterest or Instagram or YouTube or other ones, you don't want to leave those sites out, because those could be places that you can connect with people. If you are like so frustrated with right now, like let's just say you're just so frustrated with your Facebook page, you're so frustrated with your Facebook like page, go to another page. Go to Instagram, go to Pinterest. You might be able to connect with some people, but don't put those pages aside. Make sure that you're still building them, but you're bringing people to them. So maybe you're not going to master Pinterest, but maybe you're going to, connect with 1 or 2 people off of there, and they're going to come to your Facebook page and they're going to connect with you there. Just don't ever exclude other sites. There's also, and I will post this in the team page, a site called If This Then That. So basically what that does is you can create a recipe. So the recipe would be, I post on Instagram and it automatically posts on my Pinterest. And you can, there's a bunch of different trainings out there for that too. But I make sure, I pretty much focus on Instagram and Facebook, but I make sure that my content is spread out everywhere. And some people don't agree with this, but this is just how I run my business. Because you never know when they can come back to you, or, it kind of leaves a trail. Make sure that you show up every day on those sites that you are focusing on. So for most people, again, it's Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you're staying consistent. Use the 3 vital behaviors as your post. And I can't go into social media training on this training because it would take forever, but you can go look at our YouTube channel with lots of different trainings on that, and I'm sure we'll do one again in the future. So what do you do when you start meeting new people and you're trying to bring them into your network? Number 1, you want to compliment. Number 2, you want to comment and question. So you're not going to like jump down their throat and be like, hey, join my challenge group right away. You know, you want to be interested in them. You want to ask them questions. You want to comment on them. And you want to, the number one thing is follow up with them. If they tell you, oh my gosh, you know, I'm going on vacation next week or in 2 weeks, put it in your calendar. Put it in your iPhone calendar and have it pop up and say, Sarah is going on vacation. Follow up and see how her vacation went. Just stay connected with those people, because if you are staying consistent with your posts, then they're going to be like, what is this girl doing? What, you know, I want to know, and I'm ready to join. Or, you know, you just, that it just starts going on and on and on once you start communicating with that person and you start following up and actually expressing interest in them. You want to ask more questions than you do want to like throw a beach body on them. And Samantha did an awesome call last week, or this week, I'm sorry, for her new coaches that is on the Team Fearless Ignite Your Life Tribe YouTube channel, that talks about how to like get that conversation going and what to say in those situations. So I would highly suggest listening to that. And I can post that up too. So just make sure you're following up with people and you're remembering a little bit about them. I've been using Asana for tracking the people that I'm talking to, and it's really awesome because it's a site and it's also an app, so you can put the person's name in there and you can say what you're talking about. But you just really have to find what works for you. It's taken a long time to figure out a groove for myself, so don't worry if something doesn't work for you. Don't get frustrated. Just know you got to find something that works for you and that you can keep going with. Okay, so this business is all about time and consistency. Show up every day. Do your 3 vital behaviors. Post about your 3 vital behaviors. Do your power hour or your power of 3s, whatever that you find that works for you. Usually people are doing their power hour and their power 3s together. Add to your network daily. If you're not adding to your network daily, that is when you are going to get frustrated. As soon as you start adding to your network daily, you are going to realize that there are a lot of people that you can talk to, and the people that you have been following up with and following up with, you're going to kind of let them go for a little bit, and then you're going to be able to follow up with them again, and then they're going to be ready. So if you're not adding, you're going to get really frustrated. And that's just what I've found in 4 years of doing this business. The next thing is just be here a year from now. You're going to hear this a lot, but you will be blown away not only by your business, but your personal transformation and your health and fitness if you show up a year from now. Commit right now that you will be here a year from now, and I dare you to do that and see what happens to your life and your business. And then last but not last is never ever give up. As long as you commit to never giving up and you just pick yourself up when you do fall down and just keep going forward, even if that means showing up one day and not inviting anybody but posting on social media, then that's never giving up. Showing up and inviting one person a day just because you're having a bad day is never giving up. I'm not saying that every single day should be like that, but show up every day, never give up, and you will succeed no matter what. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. Does anybody have any questions or anything they would like to share? Oh, I have chats here. Oh, Aubrey says her husband just started drinking Shakeology every day. Yes, it's a slow happening thing, and it's like on and off with mine. I'm sure watch when we come back from the cruise, you guys will see him in every single one of my workout videos for about a month, and then who knows what'll happen. But that's okay. What app was that? Asana. Sam also did a training on that too. I'll post the link to that. It's on the YouTube channel.
It was a really awesome call, Ashley. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you guys for jumping on.
I just have a question. When I am talking to, like, when I'm just starting to, like, get to know people and build relationships, sometimes I feel like with some of them, I feel like in a rut because they just don't respond. Like, I see that they see my message, So like we'll have conversations and then it seems like they don't want to continue it. Or maybe they do, but it just seems like it just kind of trickles down the hole. And I am trying to lift them back up to like stay interested into getting them involved. Like just recently, I'm trying to put together a 5-day clean eating. So I've been like inviting people, just like saying more so like I'm trying to pay it forward more this year and help others. So I would love for you to be part of it. It's a free group being surrounded by people that are going to be eating clean. And they'll look at it and they won't respond, and it's like just a little discouraging. And I know like I will get no's and probably people not interested, but I don't know, I just have a hard time sometimes getting through to people.
Okay, so with that, what I would say is it's hard, like especially when you're first beginning to, like when you see people see your, you know, that you've checked your messages and you're like, okay, they haven't responded, like what the hell is going on? I have bad language, I'm sorry. But you have to remember that they're not thinking about what we're thinking about 24/7. And they might have like had a horrible day. They might have had this and that and the other thing going on. I will follow up with somebody like 6 times or until they literally, hold on, I need to move this phone away. My son's teacher is texting me. But I will literally go until like they block me. I know that's kind of bad. But like give them, I'm not saying like I'm being annoying, but I will give them like 2 or 3 days and then say, hey, you know, this is the last day to join in, or, you know, my group is getting started. I'm just checking in with you. And then another thing I will do is I'll go to their page. I'll start liking some of their stuff. I'll start commenting on some of their stuff. If they still don't respond, I'll put them on my list for next month and just move on to the next person. It's hard not to take it personally. But once you get to that point, it becomes easier.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, it's just more so trying to like know when to follow up. But you just said like in a couple of days is a good time. And even just starting to like and comment, which is what I'm trying to do as well. And even through, I think it's just the consistency, like you said, and just knowing when is to, I don't know. I think like you said, is sometimes it's hard. I think it was a while back about fear and that fear of like, no. And I have a hard time with that sometimes. But it gets better though. I know each day I put myself out there, it gets better for sure.
Your posts have been amazing, let me tell you. And the way you're putting yourself out there already, I'm like, holy crap, this girl's going places.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My rule of thumb is I usually do 2 days of follow-up. So if I send a message, and usually what happens to me is I'll go through like the script and then I'll send the video, whatever video it is that you send, or, you know, whatever. And then it's like crickets. Like, oh, you watch the video, now you guys are disappearing from me. So I usually do 2 days and I'll follow up and say, hey, I just wanted to follow up and see what you like best about this video. And then after that, it's like every 2 days I will do probably for about 3 times, and then I'll let them go for about a month and then come back. And then sometimes even when you come back to them, just ask them a question, not about the group or not about that. Just say, hey, I just saw that you, like this girl that I've been talking to for probably 6 months now, she just had to put her dog down. So, you know, I went to her and said, I'm sorry, you know, that sort of thing. But obviously there's other things that could happen. Just go to their page, see what's going on in their life, and message them, and they'll probably respond back. But the other thing is like this whole call is like adding to your network, and that way you're not so frustrated with people not messaging you back, because that's where I was a couple years ago, and it was not good.
Thank you so much for your advice.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Actually, I had something to expand on that.
Oh, I'm to talk.
I'm sorry, I had technical difficulties. I don't know what the heck was going on. Anyway, but one of the things also, if people aren't responding back, I just saw a training thing just recently, and I wrote it down because I loved this. It says, like, after you try it a couple times, send them a message. Say, I haven't heard from you. I'm assuming that you're really busy, or did I offend you? And a lot of times that question of, did I offend you? People will get, oh, no, you didn't offend me. And they'll respond to you. It's kind of like that. It sets them up to then be on the offense, kind of like, okay, I don't want you to be offended, then think I'm offended. So it kind of triggers the conversation again. So just a little bit of a tip if you have people disappear.
I love that. And it just like those little words that you find that like help when you're following up with people. Like there'll be people that I have been following up from like months ago. And instead of saying, one of the words I switched out a while ago was, instead of saying, are you interested in hearing more about my group? I said, are you open to hearing the details? Because a lot more people are going to say yes to say, you know, I don't know. It's just the wording that people use. And it's true. You just got to find your groove. And I love that for sure.
Yeah, I've kind of been sharing with Ashley. I'll share with you guys.
I was just going to ask you.
I found this. There's a Rachel had posted something about the New Wave Power Talks, and they actually have a group going right now. It's a Go for No challenge. I have 32 invites out I just started it this month. So what's today, the 3rd? I have 32 invites. So far I have 7, drumroll please, 7 no's. And I've had, oh, tell me more. And it's like, I've been doing this for how many months? Like 10 months now. And nothing. Nobody's approached me. Nobody said anything. And now I'm like, okay, I'm actually getting more frustrated that I'm not getting no's. I messaged Ashley the other night. I'm like, what the heck? Why am I not getting no's? Everybody's supposed to be saying no to me, and they're not saying no. It's going to take me probably going through all of my friends, and I'll have to make more friends to add to it to get to my 100 no's. Because it's amazing how many people are like, well, could you give me some more information? When you don't focus, like it's kind of like that. I equated it to the whole Wizard of Oz thing. The wizard gave me my courage, and that courage was that word no. If I'm trying to get a no and I'm not getting no's, the courage thing kind of has disappeared. Like, I'm not afraid of people saying no. I want them to say no, and nobody's saying no.
I'm so glad you shared that tonight, because I don't remember if it was this morning. I woke up and I like kind of saw like some of the message. And I was like, oh, why is she frustrated? It's like the 3rd. And I didn't click on it yet because I got to get my workout in. Like I have my routine where I don't, check my messages and stuff. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh yes. So it is a good thing when you realize, just put yourself out there. You never know what people will say. And have you read Go for No?
Oh yeah. That was the first thing I read.
It's a really quick read. It's a really quick listen. If I'm more of a listener than a reader. If anybody wants to listen to that book. So thank you so much for sharing tonight.
Not a problem.
All right. Well, I will let you guys all go since we're at 7:35 or whatever time it is at your place. And next week, Samantha is going to be leading the team call. And then the following week, we have a guest speaker, which we are all super excited about. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys and see you all on the boards.
Thank you.